Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning into the day's energy, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. Hope you are happy and healthy, and that this reading finds you enjoying your journey to becoming more yourself. So this is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. All right. In the past, we have the energy of the Hierophant in reverse. So a lack of tradition. And getting more of a disconnected from source, disconnect from creator. Someone who's pinched themselves off from that beautiful energy of source. What do we need to know about this energy in the past? Yeah, so it looks like this energy was learning where their creative energy comes from, that they are an extension of source. And so when you are disconnected from that larger aspect of who you are, then it's just a sad place. There's a lack of being able to manifest your dreams, a lack of happiness. So it feels like sadness, depression, overwhelm, feeling alone and isolated, feeling put upon. Things are really difficult in this energy. Feels like this person, whoever I'm tuning into, who's in this energy, who was in this energy, it's in the past, was trying to build something, trying to build a solid foundation, stability, security. Feels like they want to build and create something for themselves, but there's this lack of healing. Lack of healing this connection, lack of a lack of realizing that where your energy comes from, where you come from, that you are an extension of source. All right, so that's in the past. In current energies, we have the Six of Cups. It's very emotional energies. You might be in your emotions. You might be thinking about the past loving connections. I feel like there's a little bit of figuring out what was working in the past. What you expected in your journey of love and what you received in your journey of love. Some of you might be feeling a little insecure about your finances, and it looks like you're creating a new way of dealing with your finances. Not going to allow yourself to be in that energy of lack. Feels like there's more trusting. Some of you might be feeling really like some energies around insecurity around finances coming up, so you can feel those fearful energies but not be them. Realize that some anxieties about, it looks like beliefs around what creates finances. It looks like some of you have a belief that I'm thinking about my money, I'm thinking about it, I'm focused on it. I am focused on my money, but I'm getting that there's a question being asked. How are you connecting with the energy of your finances? Are you connecting with the energy of lack, fear, anxiety, worry, not enough? Feels like it's coming up to be addressed. Where those beliefs are coming from, and to let go beliefs, lack beliefs. Energy first is what I'm getting. Some of you are taking some, I feel like you're more adventurous right now, willing to take risks. Not just, I'm feeling risky. Not that type of risk. Like, it feels like you're willing to try new things. You're in that energy of exploration. That's what this feels like. I want to go out and adventure. What's interesting is you look exhausted and weary. It feels like you've been doing a lot of growth. And yet you still have this amazing, like, okay, I'm tired. It feels like you're tired on a spirit level. And yet you're like, I'm willing to put myself out there. That definitely has that energy of what I would call a growth junkie. Someone energetically loving the ascension process, wanting more growth, wanting more understanding, wanting to expand, who's very excited about expansion on a soul level. I love this. I love this. You're like, yeah, I might be feeling insecure about my finances right now. I'm trying to figure out and understand love. Feel a little battle wounded, a little weary, and yet here I am, and here I go, starting on a new journey, starting on new cycles, just being me out in the world. That's really beautiful. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I don't, maybe this is, where's this coming from? Yes. Okay. So this is from spirit. This is from co-created energy, creator, the I am that I am, the divine. So there's a trust. So maybe in the past there's a lack of trust, a disconnect from the part of yourself that is the creator, the divine, that divine spark in each of us. Feels like you are more connected with that. And in doing so, are learning how to not judge what's going on, to trust. It feels like you're trusting your internal compass more, and trusting that internal spark, that divine connection that you have. That's beautiful. All right. In the center of your reading, messages from your higher self. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Again, there's that financial insecurity coming through. Dependency, codependency. Not feeling like you can financially manage on your own. I'm getting that this instability is coming up in the collective to be looked at. Energy around finances, around money, around abundance. Allowing those fears and worries, that not enough, that lack to come up, to be released. You know, I worry about my money all the time. I think about money all the time. I don't understand why it's not growing. Well, if you're sharing that energy, if you're connecting with your finances around worry, that's how I connect with my finances, is worry and not enough. Then that's what your finances will be. I'm getting to switch that focus. Notice when you are sharing, when you are connecting and thinking about and talking. Watch how you talk about your money too. Yes, watch how you spend your money. Be conscious spenders. But I'm getting, watch how you talk about it with others. That will reveal how you're thinking about your money. If you're like, well, I just don't know. I am somewhere. That's how you, that's the energy, that's the connection that you're sharing with your money. You can talk about it in a authentic, real way that it honestly reflects where you are without coming from a place of lack. It feels like shifting how you relate to finances. Oh, I'm also getting that there's a belief that that finances are God that's coming through. More important than God, more important than the divine, all the I am that I am. And it's not that God is mad at this. It's just a misunderstanding. It's putting the consciousness of finances above the all that it is. It looks like in a lot of cultures, We do worship finances. We judge others and ourselves. Oh, there's a bunch coming up in the collective about this. If you're tuning in, wow, that's a lot. Okay. Some of you are noticing that this might not be for everybody, but that there are some people in your life that are clinging on and interested in you for what you can provide for them. They might be consciously or unconsciously using you for what you can do for them financially. I get the feeling that you might be your part inside to this might be thinking that you don't bring value other than what you can financially provide for others or someone or some connections. Some of you might be finding out that if you aren't able to provide for some type of financial benefit for someone, that they're not interested then. And that feels like that might be a painful truth to learn, but then you'll know the truth. You'll see that this is where this person is. Or people. It looks like you might have been put in a place in the past where someone felt you were an obligation. This might have been in childhood. Like, I've got so many mouths to feed and I do this for you. Like, this might have been a belief system that started when you were a child. Your parents or parent making you feel like you're not enough, you're not doing enough, that you're a financial burden. And you might have recreated that in your adult life, where you feel like if you're not bringing money to the table or enough, or whoever this is, that you're a burden. There's a lot of lack and not enoughness that's going on. Okay, yes. Right now it looks like a lot of you have some internal conflicts that are coming up. It feels like you're wrestling inside. Might be uncomfortable as you're making choices. Who you want to become, who you want to be. Old ways of doing things, new possibilities. Yeah, it looks like looks like it's really difficult to close out a cycle right now because there's some type of internal conflict. Looks like it's around your work, something you're very skilled at. Maybe it's not. I feel like there's a lot of pressure you're putting on whatever this skill, this talent that you have. It feels like a level of mastery, but it feels like you're putting a lot of expectation on your job, on the skill, on your work. What would help this? Okay, it looks like you're right now, there's this connection with your work. It's definitely got that not enough. I feel like the same way that others have made you feel not enough, that you're not doing enough, feels like you might be in turn doing that to your work. So if someone created that type of way of being with your consciousness, that you're an obligation, that you're too much, it's too hard to take care of you, you're so expensive, you're such an obligation, that type of energy. It's like, feels like you might be projecting that type of energy in return onto the consciousness of work or your business. It's not enough. Not doing enough. Feels like you're really like, yeah, it feels internal. And the advice from Spirit is, are you a good boss to yourself with the way you're thinking and projecting this onto your money? You, not enough. I'm not enough. That's too much. All right, your challenge right now is the Ace of Cups. I'm feeling your challenge is to love yourself right as you are, not when you make more money. Love yourself fully, just as you are. Flaws and all. Can you love yourself? Can you love your bank account right where it is? Sending love and appreciation to your bank account, to your work energy. Feels like your challenge is to bring the energy of yourself, that heart space, and love to work, to the consciousness of finances. So you can have a different perspective and receive different ideas, different ways of doing business that are more heart-centered. And it starts with loving and trusting yourself. Loving what you do. Loving and appreciating your clients, your customers. Spending time sending appreciation to everyone who has supported you, either as a client or a customer, or anyone who has helped you along your journey, maybe teachers. Feels like a real shift, creating a loving environment. There's enough for everyone also is in that energy. and is a desire for everyone who needs to have their base needs met, at least. Feels like this Ace of Cups it's a new way of being yourself, a new way of showing up authentically and loving yourself, loving all aspects of yourself. Letting go of those who are not in agreement with your new way of being. That's a challenge. You know, having to say some goodbyes to people who still want to do business in old energy, old ways of doing business, getting one over on others, competition for resources, power plays, greediness. Yeah. It looks like you're wanting to bring heaven onto earth and wanting to build a lasting legacy of happiness, of celebration and joy. And you can't get to that if you can't get to happiness, celebration and joy and fulfillment, soul fulfillment from lack places. You can't create from lack and get this wonderful, amazing happiness. You have to tune into the energy that you want and amplify and be in that energy and release anything that's resistant to that energy, anything that blocks that energy. So, all right, that's your reading. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care. Bye.